What's up there YouTube? Yes, it's your boy Danny, the MBK Vapor, back again for another hardware review. Welcome back to the channel, and today we are going to be looking at the MANIK pod mod by WOTOFO. Yes, 80 watt device, but I'm not going to tell you much more about it until we get down to the table and have a look. But we know what we've got to do first. We've got to roll that intro, then we'll see you down there. See you in a second. And welcome back then, boys and girls, down to the table with the MANIK pod mod by WOTOFO. A bit of information on here. You've got removable 18650, obviously sold separately. 2 separate coils and tips, kit set only. Supports pod and RBA. RBA parts are sold separately. So I'm quite interested in this. So if I bring this down, it says that, look, just says it will come an RBA section, so I'm going to get that and we'll do a video on that a bit later on. Fast fire, accurate, and accurate extremely. I reckon them 2 words will be the other way around. On the back you do have what's in the box, so I'll let you have a look around that. You can pause it if you so wish. Then we take the sleeve off. You're welcome to some more massive branding. Let's put that down there. On the back there you've got exactly the same. So this is the 2mm version, just to let you know, guys. So I've got the blue, if I can get it out. So that is your device. We'll have a bit more of a look around that in a minute. What's inside the box? So you get all the coils are 0.2. So one I've got here, one that I've got pre-installed in the other pod, which I'll show you in a minute. So this is a 0.2. I'm going to show. There you go, 0.2 WOTOFO DM14, and as you can see that is a mesh on the inside. The one I've got in the other pod is a DM15, and does it show you on the box there? Yes, so all the different coils that we want to focus in. So you've got the DM15, the one I've got in there is a single Clapton M coil, which is it's a load of Clapton wire wrapped round like a mesh, so that's pretty decent. You get your micro USB cable, and obviously you get your user manual. Oh, it's stuck. There we go, user manual, all in different languages, and you also get a card to show how to get your pod out. And that's about it. That's everything what comes in the box. So I was going to get all the coils to show you, and I totally forgot to get them, but I did manage to get me a smart coil as well. If you remember, Kez lent me the last one, so I've got my own to go into this device. So let's have a quick look. So at the top you do have your pod. Drip tip is all stuck in. You do have your fill port, which I find, if you've got quite chunky fingers, it is hard to get this out. I have to use something like a screwdriver just to pop that open, and that is your fill port just in there. So quite large, quite decent, that's not bad at all, and that just presses back in. You've got your button at the top here, well, it's basically a button, it's a release button to bring your pod off. That's where your coil goes, and like I said, when you press that, that does move only like a millimetre or so, where that will detach from the pod. But I haven't used this pod because it's 2mm, and I hate 2mm pods. But I did buy the 4.5mm pod, so you can get these and I've got the DM15 in there. Exactly the same pod, it just doesn't have that bung in there. I'm guessing you'd be able to get the bung out of that, but I'm not going to try. I've wrecked too many pods in the past to try that. At the top here, excuse the bit of e-liquid in there, you do have your 2 connectors to make it work, and obviously you do have your air hole there and there. On the back you do have this rubberized, it's not like leather or anything, it reminds me of a basketball, just because how the lines go down, and the texture of this reminds me of a basketball. I have gone for the gunmetal, shiny gunmetal. It is a bit of a finger pick magnet, as you can see. You've got designed by WOTOFO, powered by Next M. Next chip inside on the front, your fire button, you're up, you're down, you got WOTOFO there. Yeah, and you do have a micro USB. I think they've gone the wrong way about that. That should have been a USB-C port, but hey ho, what can you do? It's what it is. And on the bottom you do have your don't vape in the bin and your CE marks and your battery door, which does have a little play in it, but as soon as you put a battery in, that's fine. You do have your minus, your negative marked there, and down there you do have it marked positive. So we're going to chuck a battery in, just like that. As soon as you've chucked the battery in, it does show up with the WOTOFO logo. To turn it on, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let me get that in a little bit closer, not much. So you do have your battery indicator and percentage, because I know a lot of people like to see their percentage. Just bring that up a little bit. There we go, to get that light out of the way, bring it down. You got your volts, your ohms, your puffs, and the seconds how long you have pressed that button. So there's no other, there's a few button combinations. To press this button 3 times, 1, 2, 3, locks the power. 1, 2, 3 to unlock the power. These 2 buttons together locks the wattage, but you can still vape it. So I'll pop the pod in just like that. So content locks the power. There we go. And as we press it, you can still vape, but you cannot turn it up and down. Press them again, it will unlock it. Fire button and the down button together will clear the puff counter, and pressing the fire button and the up button will change the colour of what you want to see. I like it on white because it just seems a little bit brighter and you can see a little bit better. And that's the down close part of it, guys, and that's about it, to be quite honest. Like I said, when I get the RBA section, which I will be getting at some point when we get them in, yeah, nice little compact device. Let's get back up top and see what I think and have a vape on it. Ooh. So we are back up top then, boys and girls, with the MANIK by WOTOFO. Yes, so I'm going to have a couple of tubes on it, and we're going to tell you my pros and cons. Let's have a go. As you can see, I've got this sitting at 40 watts, and at 40 watts it produces quite a good amount of vapour and flavour. That's what I can say about it. This is the DM15, the one with the Clapton mesh. Even though it's not mesh, it's just a load of Clapton going around, but the classic is a Clapton mesh. Let me just move that out of the way. I've got the smart PMP to go in here after when I've used 2 coils. I was going to buy the others, if I can remember what they were. Let me get the box. So you've got the D11, D13, D14, D15. So the 2 that are coming in with it is the D14 and the D15. Looking at them, if you remember this little guy, the smart PMP, There we go. If you have a look at that and have a look at the mesh inside there, D11 would be the extreme. The D13 would be the turbo. No, D13 would be the chill, and the D14 would be the turbo. So yeah, that's that. So you basically get them. I wish they would bring out the Clapton one as well, because that looks easy enough to go into as well, because you've got the coiling rod and stuff like that. I wish they brought out the D13 one so you could build them up as well. But we're not on about that, we're on about this device. So it's easy enough to use. There's just one menu, you can change the colours if you so wish. I think that's brilliant. UK does come with a 2mm pod, but if you do a bit of Google for, you can get the 4.5. So I think that's really good. It's got a really good liquid capacity. It's a single 18650. Now I'm not a big fan of single battery devices, but I put a fresh battery in this over the last couple of days at 7 o'clock in the morning. I vape heavily, and I didn't have to change it until about 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Then that battery then lasts me until I go to bed. So 2 batteries is about right for me, because that's what a normal dual 18650 battery device lasts me. So 2 batteries in this is not bad for me. But I reckon they could have made it a little bit chunkier and put a 21700 in to make it last that a little bit longer, maybe. Maybe they didn't want to go for that sort of size, but I reckon they could have got away with just making it like a couple of mil either side, a little bit bigger, and putting that 21700 in. In my opinion, you never know. One of my gripes is that they put a micro USB port into it, and not a micro USB Type C charging port into it. I don't really charge my batteries inside my device anyway, so it's not a big deal for me. I do charge them externally, so it's not a big deal. It's easy enough to get the pod out, nice and easy. The one gripe I do have as well is where the filling port is. It's too close to that drip, especially if you've got like big fingers like me. You have to find a way of trying to get it out. I end up using either a screwdriver, some tweezers. You know, it's just one of those, but I end up filling it up. The fill port on it is big enough. It's got quite a bit of airflow going through it. One thing they could have done is probably put an airflow adjustment on there, like some other companies have done. They've got the room there, really, but it's one of them. The mods just wanted it as a full open kit. But that's my type of airflow anyway. That's what I like. I'm going to shut that a little bit, just like that. I like my airflow fully open. I like it quite airy. At 40 watts it performs really, really well. And that's about it, guys, really. It's a pretty decent device. It's one of them that's going to be nice in the hand. It's nice if you're going to go out for the day, carry yourself a couple of spare 18650s, and you've got a flavour banger. You've got something that's not going to take too much room in your pocket. It's like, that will go in my pocket. I've got one of these like thin e-liquid bottles that you can just put in your pocket, you can't really notice, and that sits next to it. Sometimes I don't, I'll put it in my hoodie pocket, and it's not too weighty. So yeah, overall I do like the device. I did buy this for this review, thinking that I might not like it because it's a single 18650, but it has surprised me really well, to be honest. I really do like the device. I'm going to be using it for quite a while, until I get something else. Yeah. Anyway guys, that is it from me today. Don't forget all links down there to social media are in the description, and links to the website and other things. Go and have an explore. If you've got the MANIK, let me know down in the comments once again. Tell me how you feel about this device. And yeah, if you haven't already, please like, share and subscribe. And that's about it guys. Thank you very much for joining me. I will catch you on the next video. Ta-ra a bit.